Let's talk about politics, shall we? Hello once again, audience. Today we are talking about Israel and Palestine and Senator Slotkin. I live in Michigan. Doxed. Oh no. So the people representing me are Senator Slotkin and Lisa McClain. You can tell I view these people differently. We're not going to be talking about Lisa. There's nothing to talk about Lisa. We're not talking about Lisa. We're not going to do that. She's a Trump translator. She just says whatever he's saying, but in a less senile way. No, we're talking about Senator Slotkin, who I actually like quite a bit. She does a lot of good things. I like most of the things that she is saying. But we will get more into my opinions on Slotkin herself later at the end of the video. Wait for that and watch all the way through Slotkin yourself. Watch all the way through the video, Slotkin. First, we're gonna go into her statement she made on Israel and Palestine, and then an earlier press release that I didn't see until later. Statement first. This first sentence here is technically correct, but the complexity and the painfulness is mostly just byproducts of the long-standingness and the American-backed propagation. Meaning America's billions going to it. I do appreciate the mention of the spillover of the conflict here at home. Both sides of the equation have to deal with racism and prejudice based on the conflict, which is just fueling everything. The ceasefire is still in place. It is October 23rd. And we still have a ceasefire. Israel has violated it multiple times already. I'm pretty sure they bombed a bus. Not 100% on that one. Pretty sure I heard they bombed a bus already. Great ceasefire. Whatever. All these things sound fine. I don't have a real issue with any of the things being said here on like a nature of factual things to happen. I don't mind that. But why is this where the goalpost is? Why is Israel's entire existence, like time period of its existing, marked with it constantly trying to get rid of the other nation? The whole point of like agreeing that Israel could become a nation in the first place was that we had two nations. To regroup, to give a place for these people, not to get rid of these people. We created it for two nations. Like the agreement of Israel's initial existence was based on the Palestinians getting a place to exist too. Not that I necessarily agree with creating two states based on ethnicities. You can understand the idea of the people in that time. The people coming from Europe during World War II, the Jews coming from Europe in World War II after experiencing all that subjugation and hate and oppression and awful genocide, the Holocaust, right? I'm trying to find the right words without just like being dramatic. I want to accurately describe it, but not. You get what I'm saying. Whatever. You're coming from that awful place. You are traumatized and obviously filled with a ton of like need for your own place to be, where you're not getting thrown from here to there to there. You want your own nation that is safe for your people. So you look to history. Where were your people from? And you think, I'm gonna travel there. And then, like most situations where there's a group of people who are having troubles, where there's a group of people who have dealt with systematic pain, there's somebody who wants to harness that pain in a negative way, creating a Jewish ethno-state. Why? Why? You're displacing more people. You're doing what you did. You are doing what was done to you, and you call it justice, trying to fill some historic void that you feel. With Israel existing now, it already exists, right? It's been 80 years. I'm not saying get rid of the country. That wouldn't work. You couldn't do it. I do question the reason in creating it in the first place, or accepting its creation in that way. Why would you give a specific hyper-nationalist group a specific set of land, taking it away from the people who are already there? Colonization, I guess. Why is Israel able to just constantly try to occupy and take over and disrupt this other group of people as much as they want? Why are they allowed to do it at all? Why are we just okay with it? Why are we funding it? Why are we funding it? Never mind, okay with it. All they've been doing is bombing other countries. They've bombed 7 other countries this year. How many other countries has Gaza bombed? Seriously. The people in Gaza, how many countries have they been bombing? Maybe one. This line is good. I don't really like the thing above it, but like, yeah, Trump is in power. He's the one who we have to get to try to stop it. So, as much as it irks me, trying to bend Trump to the public's will is a good thing, and he should be doing that. God, I feel like I look like you when you're talking on the Congress floor. You always look so defeated, like, I want normal government. I'm sorry, Slotkin. That was rude. You're like one little step short of condemning Netanyahu, but you're close. You're pointing out his government is the cause. I do want to point out, now that we're looking at where 2 states can live ultimately side by side, the framing is wrong, and I'm not going to fix it. On July 31st, Slotkin released a press release where she said, "It appears today that the Netanyahu government thinks that there are no limits to what they can do while still receiving U.S. support. And so I believe a message has to be sent." She then goes on to say, while the leaders of Hamas deserve what they're getting in response to October 7th, Israel, like any other country in the world, has the right to defend itself. But that doesn't include letting children go hungry. And that is despite Hamas's sick refusal to relent. She is completely unwilling to accept the fact that Israel does not have the right to just torture a group of people, to control a group of people. The first line of the ceasefire deal is, Gaza will be a de-radicalized, terror-free zone that does not pose a threat to its neighbors. Like I mentioned before, Israel has bombed 7 of its neighboring countries this year. How many has Gaza bombed? Are you going to make the argument that Israel's holding them back? If it wasn't for Israel, Gaza would be let loose. They'd be getting everybody. What are you talking about? The tensions spilling into our own neighborhoods are largely based on the fact that Israel is being given a platform it should not have. Israel is being given reverence it should not have. I'm gonna get so many awful comments on this video. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to fight you all. I'll fight you all. I agree with this. I make tons of jokes. Israel, the country, Netanyahu's government, as you like to phrase it, sucks. I don't give a shit about it. I don't want a single American tax dollar going to Israel. Not any. But anti-Semitism and Islamophobia and racism and prejudice, sexism, homophobia, all of it. I know some of those overlap. All of it, bad. Unnecessary. Those are not markers to judge a human being. I know this is the moral standpoint of just let people live and be whoever they are. Steven Universe. But also, there is just a logical thing of it doesn't tell you any real useful information. It's just not a good marker of a person. Wrap this up. Let's talk about Slotkin herself. What do I like? What do I dislike? Let me turn the page in my little notebook I have over here. Like I said at the beginning, I do like most of the things that you say. I do. I think you want to be a principled and good representative. You want to accurately represent your people, and you want the government to be more efficient. But you are not very strong when it comes to confronting the status quo. It seems like a real hurdle for you to ever question the general consensus of your party. Saeed! I like Saeed. He's looking good. Uh, I also like Garland. Garland's pretty cool. But you gotta, it's not about hot takes. I use the word hot takes in your own statement, and I feel like I have said to you that I want hotter takes in the private emails, which I admit myself have not been the most professional at times because I'm working on mediating my tone. Actually, let's switch the camera real quick. Thomas Paine, the founding father of them all, man. Love that guy. Do some research into Thomas Paine, everybody. Look up Thomas Paine. I need to do a video on Thomas Paine. I'm gonna do a video on the founding fathers, those elitist motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Slotkin, you're doing fine. You seem to want to represent your people good, and you are responding to what I'm saying. I mean, these could be canned responses from your office. All the text that I have shown in this video will be included in the description, along with my blue sky, which will be in one of these corners, and the description. Go click and follow and subscribe here if you want more news. I don't know how often I'll be doing news stuff, but I don't know, guys. You know how often I upload. You know, Slotkin, if you wanted to do an interview, I am in Michigan. I could do an interview. I could interview you. I could do a good interview of you. Pretending to hold the mic. I have a mic. I could do a good interview of you. I could hold the microphone. It's probably loud and obnoxious. I should probably not do a long outro on this video. This is the thing I do. If you are new here, by the way, I do long outros because they're funny for me. It's funny to keep talking and keep the camera running. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna keep it. I might just keep this all in, just because it's really funny to me right now. So surely it will be funny to somebody else. Guys, keep going. The intro doesn't end, guys. The intro will never end. I don't know where am I? Guys, where am I going? Guys. I don't